Hey guys, I'm Rick. Today with me I have a 2012 Ducati Hypermotard 1100 Evo SP. Join me as we take a look around her, fire her up, and take her out for a ride. Now you've taken a look at her, let's fire her up and hear what she sounds like. Taken a walk around, you've listened to her, now let's take her out for a ride. Okay, let's get going here. Get some heat in the bike and some heat in the tires. This bike, oh, I love this way it accelerates. It's so much fun. It really doesn't have any purpose other than putting a smile on your face. It's not like a sport bike and it's not like a touring bike. It's just a pure fun hooligan bike. And bike first came out in 2006 after being designed by Pierre Terblanche. He's better known for doing the 999 and 888 Ducatis and numerous other bikes. The 999 is one of my favorite bikes, especially in track form. I just think it's a beautiful bike. Okay, I'm going to a tight turn here. I'm not sure if you're able to hear the slipper clutch here over the camera. Anyway, let's get on it here. What I would recommend to anybody that has a dry clutch Ducati is get a slipper clutch for it. It'll really help with the engine braking as you're downshifting and stop the back wheel locking up. Another thing that I really love about this bike, I prefer over the water-cooled Hypers, is it's a much more comfortable bike. The seat's much more comfortable. Alright, just getting hard in here. the compression on the forks now and get on it hard. Yep, try and keep the front down. Man, this is awesome. I love the way this accelerates. This is killer. Alright, so anyway, back to talking about the bikes. Okay, so the bike came out in 2006, as I said before. It came out in two different size bikes. Came in the 1100 air-cooled and the 796. And there's two models that came with, a base model and an S model. And then as time went on, the last generation of the air-cooled was in 2012, which is what this bike is. And by then they developed it into what they called the 1100 Evo, which is actually a much lighter engine with more horsepower. The SP had a lighter flywheel in it and made it spin up a little faster. So the differences on the SP over the base model and the S model were the suspension was a little different. It had Marzocchi 50mm forks on the front, and it had an Ohlins shock on the rear, just like the S model had. And it was actually the SP was a taller bike than the base and the S model. And the reason for this was that this bike was being raced out in Europe. And the races needed more ground clearance, so Ducati made a taller bike for them. They also made the bike lighter as well. The original bike was 395 pounds, and by the final evolution of the bike, the SP was 377 pounds. And it was up to 95 horsepower stock. Now this bike's a little bit more than that because it's got a full exhaust on it and a Ducati performance map, so that's a little bit more. I haven't had a dyno, so I don't exactly know what the numbers are, but it's definitely got a little bit more to it. Ducati claimed that it had a top speed of around 125 miles an hour. Now this bike I know for sure won't go that fast because of the gearing. I've changed the gearing on the bike so that it has faster acceleration and it's lost some top end speed. Now let's see as I push along a little bit here if we can hear some crackles and pops as I downshift. Braking hard. Brembo monoblock's working great. Get back on the gas out of here. Okay, great. This is awesome. So why would I buy an 1100 SP over, say, the newer water-cooled Hypermotards? Well, I think when the bikes went water-cooled, they lost some of the rawness of the air-cooled and the sound. The air-cooled sound just sounds so good, and I think they lost some of that with the Twisty motor that they put in the water-cooled bikes. Now, don't get me wrong, the Twisty motor is an awesome motor. I love that in my super bikes, but for me, it just lost that little something, and also the air-cooled had a little bit more torque. Another thing I like about the 1100 is really set over the front wheel as well. I really like that. It feels very racy. By that I mean it's an aggressive riding position. Alright, so let's get on it a little bit here, and we'll have one more turn to go, and then we'll be done. So here we go, downshifting, get on the brakes, and let's give it some for some getting out of here. Oh, try to keep the front wheel down. Oh, that's great. I love this. I enjoyed taking a look at the 1100 Evo SP. If you did, please press like and subscribe. More videos to come soon. Until then, bye-bye.